Hello, hello. Uh, let's see. Hysterical. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Okay, so what is the daily how-to today? Oh, I'm so excited. I had fun making this one. Hold on just a second. Let me go grab it. Okay, here we go. How about, ta-da! A vinyl zipper pouch made from a candy wrapper. That's what I'm going to show you how to do today. So, and of course, you all know me and my peanut M&Ms. This was perfect. I have to thank Teresa who brought me some peanut M&Ms the other day. We were able to salvage the outside and make this fun little zipper pouch. So um, that's what we're going to make today. I bet a lot of you have made these before, and if you haven't, they are so much fun. They are so much fun to make. They're so easy. I'm going to show you how to install the zipper, and it's even lined. Look how cute that is with the orange polka dot fabric, and it's also I'm going to show you how to use iron-on vinyl. Iron-on vinyl. Have you heard of it before? Iron-on vinyl is awesome. It's perfect for making these bags. Yes, you, Teresa. Perfect for making these bags, as well as you can use iron-on vinyl onto regular fabric and make it into like a laminated cotton, which is really nice. So I'm going to share with you a few tips and tricks for that. So are you ready for this? Are you ready for the daily how-to? Let's get to it. All right, so the very first thing you want to do is choose your candy, of course, which is not that difficult to do. As you can see, I used the peanut M&Ms, but I also I thought this was cute. This would be a cute bag. So I grabbed a thing of Starburst, and it's emptied. And the first thing that we need to do is actually cut off the top where the little zipper was, as well as the sides where the glue side is. So let's go over to the cutting board and do that right now. So I'm going to turn you around. Let's see. There we go. All righty. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is take my rotary cutter, and I'm just going to trim off the top of this. There's no right or wrong way to do this, you guys, as far as how big it is. And I'm going to trim off the sides because those are stuck with the glue. I don't want that. I need to fully open this bag, and I'll do the same on the other side. All right. So the cutting part of it is finished, and now I have one big piece of the Starburst candy for me to laminate. Now, another thing you'll notice, that's kind of bugging me. It has a little lip to it, so I'm actually gonna just trim that up real quickly just to get it a little bit flatter. Yeah, that's the way I want that one, and I'll do the same thing here. Not all bags will have that, but this bag in particular does, and it's bugging me. I don't want that. Okay, so again, I'm just trimming it up just a little. Okay, I want this. Oh, I just realized that I went a little too far, and look what Kris did. Okay, that's lovely. Well, no big deal. No big deal, because you know what I'm going to do? I'm simply going to overlap this a little bit. I'll put my vinyl over top, and it will be as if it were a brand new piece. Holy cow. I didn't see that one coming. Okay. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, don't do that when you do your zipper pouch, okay? Shall we? I'm going to cut off some of this vinyl. Oh my goodness gracious. So this is Heat-Bond vinyl. It is a specific vinyl used to be able to use with an iron. Oh, I crack myself up. Okay. So there's a paper side to it that you're going to want to remove, and it has just a little bit of tack on it. See, it's just a little tacky there. Not much, just a little. And I'm going to remove that. And I'll place my little candy bag right there on top of it. Okay, so you want it to be about the same size. And remember how I cut that when I shouldn't have? No biggie. I'm going to just overlap it and treat it as if it were one. There you have it. So it looks like this, but you need to make sure and press it because it's not going to adhere just like that. Yes, there will be a little bit of stick to it, but it's not going to adhere to it. All right, so I'm going to bring over my mat right here, my ironing mat, I should say. And one thing you want to make sure not to do is you do not want to press directly on here. You need to use like some kind of pressing cloth, or I'll even just take the paper that I had removed from it before and I'll just do it this way. So, and you iron it for about 8 seconds. I'm probably not going as long as I should, but you get the idea here. About 8 seconds. So make sure you do that. The other thing you need to make sure of is that, yeah, that looks good. You want to also make sure, and I will tell you this from experience, that your iron is set at medium. Do not do it on high. You'll be sad that you did. Okay? So iron is set on medium. And we're just pressing this on. Ooh. It does have a tendency to curl up a little bit, but you'll see here in a minute what I do to take care of that. Okay, so here we have one side, but I want to look how bumpy that is. I'm going to actually do it on the other side as well. So again, I'm going to use my piece of paper as my pressing cloth. Oops. Make sure that's nice and flat. And you're going to iron it press it for about another 4 or 5 seconds in each place. So the goal here is to make sure that you've covered the entire candy bag with the vinyl, the iron-on vinyl. Again, this is not for regular vinyl. It does have to, it is specific to iron-on vinyl. All right. There we go. Yep, that looks good. I'm going to do it one more place right here. Any questions so far? Yep, medium is the word, Larry. All righty. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. All righty, so I'll just trim this up a little bit. Any excess, I don't want any of that excess on. And then I'm going to have a piece of batting and use a piece of fabric, regular cotton fabric, for the lining. Now see how this curls? This has a tendency to curl. This is where you're going to want to use some kind of glue spray, basting spray. I'm just going to give a few shots here. 505. You could use a little bit of a glue stick if you don't like the spray. You could use a bit of that powder that I've used before, that I've showed you guys. You just need to have this lay nice and flat, okay? And I probably should have put it on a little straighter, but no biggie. All right. Little spray there. Little spray right there. See, remember how I had cut it in half? You don't even see it. No biggie. Okay, now that I have that, I've got one more layer. That's my lining. And I'm going to put my lining right side down and place this piece directly on top. And now I'm going to take it over to the machine and quilt it. Okay, so as I do that, I'm going to see if there's any questions along the way. Okay, you know that one of my favorite stitches on the machine is the serpentine stitch. So I'll go ahead and do that one. Let's see. Here we go. And I'm just going to start right here and stitch. And cut. Can you see that? How it just does a wavy? I'm going to actually go quite far in between them. If I were doing this for reals like at home, I might go a little bit closer. But because I'm doing this for you guys, I'm sure you don't want to watch me stitch out the entire day. So I'll go ahead and just do a few stitches to hold it in place. The whole idea is to get this stitch down. It doesn't matter what you do. You could do straight line stitching. That would be really cute. It might be a good way for you to practice your meandering skills too. If you were trying to do this on your own sewing machine, this would be a great way to practice. So again, the whole idea is just to get this quilt sandwich made. And after, let's see, I'll do one more. Go a little bit closer to here. After this is stitched out, we'll trim it up. This is also a great way to use your batting scraps. I bet a lot of you have that. You know, I'm going to do one more, if you don't mind. This is going to be so dang cute. Alrighty. Okay, so basically it's quilted. And now what I want to do is trim this up. So I'm just going to trim everything even with the bag. Okay, easy enough. All right, so there you have it. The bag has been laminated, so it's very durable, and it's been quilted, and I have a lining piece already in. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a zipper, and I'm going to take this orange zipper here. This is from Kimberbell. All right, it's a 16-inch zipper. Any zipper will work. You just want to make sure it extends beyond, I've got the little stapler in there. Okay, you want to make sure it extends obviously beyond here. So the whole idea is you're going to attach this zipper along the top. When you attach zippers to bags, such as this as a zipper pouch, you want to make sure that the pull is face down. So I'm going to put the pull face down and align the edges along the top here. Okay, and also make sure that your pull is sticking out here in the wind. All right, you don't want to get that caught in the sewing machine. Now obviously I've got plenty to work with here, so I could even you know, center this if I wanted to. If I had extra zipper pulls, I could try to, you know, keep this smaller and be able to use this piece as another zipper pull, with another zipper pull I should say. And I'll come back over here to the sewing machine. And normally you could use a, let's see, you could use a zipper foot, but I'm going to be lazy today and I'm not even going to take the time to put on a zipper foot. I'm just using my regular, just my regular J foot, and I'm going to make sure you go back to a straight stitch. If you just did a serpentine stitch, that would be so me. I would totally do that. All right. So I'm going to use the straight stitch, and I'm using my regular foot. Again, normally I would probably use a zipper foot to get nice and close, but I can still get pretty close by moving my needle. Oh, and of course the bobbin thread is about empty. And if I want to keep going, it's going to say, no, sorry, Kris, you really do have to change your bobbin. All right, fine. Good thing they're easy to change. All right, let me try this again. Pull out the bobbin. You know what? I saw that it was getting pretty low. I should have. It's kind of like your gas in your car. Do you ever like look at it and say, well, I know it's getting kind of low, and then you really wish you would have at the time? Yeah, that's how I am with bobbins. Okay, so I stitched this down. I've gotten close to the zipper teeth without going over. You can see it stitched down there. Remember, the zipper pull is facing down, and I'm going to now fold this up. I'm going to fold this up, and this top is going to fold back on top of itself. And all I have to do now is just do a top stitch right along the top there. So again, using just my regular foot, I'm just kind of watching where my needle's going. I'll go ahead and do that. Done. Easy. Easy peasy. Look at that beautiful top stitch. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so now the idea is you've got to get the zipper over on the opposite side. So all you do is you're going to fold it directly in half, right sides together, and now I'm going to make sure my raw edges are lined up, and I will stitch down on the other side. So I'm going to just turn this around. You could use like Wonder Clips if you wanted. I probably would not use pins just because you're going to poke a hole in your vinyl. But if you wanted to, you could use Wonder Clips, or you could really live on the edge, my friends, and don't use anything at all, right? Woo woo, we're going to be rebels here, and I'm not going to use any pins. All right. Nor am I using a zipper foot. Okay, there we go. So I've got this stitch now. You can see that. And what you want to do is open it up so that you can do the top stitch. But how do you do that? How do you do that right now? I mean, you could try and pull that out, but here's an easier way of doing it. Simply unzip it. And now you're going to be able to get to it right away. So I've already top stitched this side. Now I'm going to fold this back on top of itself. Okay, just like that. And then I will do a top stitch right there. Yeah, Diana says, you are a wild child. That's right. That's right. So again, folding on top of itself, and now I'm going to top stitch. Okay, and here we go. Oops. How easy was that? It's so much easier to do that top stitch when this is open. Would you agree? So much easier. Okay, my friends, look how easy that was to install the zipper. The zipper is done. That was really, really simple, right? Okay, so now all I have to do is finish up sewing the sides. So I'm going to bring this right sides together again. One more time, I'm folding it in half. And this time, I'm going to close the zipper, but don't forget this, you only want to close it about halfway. Don't ask me how I know this. I bet a lot of you have been there before, right? Where you forgot to open it up halfway. Yeah, and then you had problems when it came to opening it up. So you definitely want to keep this about halfway, I don't know, fourth of a way closed, keeping this part open. And all I'm going to do is fold this in half and stitch down both sides. So I'm just, again, I'm not going to use any pins here. Make sure this is nice and flat. And I'm just going to begin to sew. I'm going to use about a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Let's see, right there. And I want to make sure that I do a back stitch on this, because that, you know, that seam does need to be reinforced. Okay, and cut. And I'll do the same thing on the other side. I'm just going to flip it over. Oh my goodness, this is so much fun. I'm almost done. I can't wait to see what it looks like. I tell you guys, it's like a Lay's potato chip. You can't stop at just one. You're going to see all kinds of candy bags right now. Even potato chip bags are really cute as zipper pouches. You're going to see them and go, oh my gosh, that would be the cutest little zipper pouch. Or my grandson would love that, or my granddaughter would think that's the coolest. Cindy was telling me today that she had made these for her grandkids one years ago. And now, if you know Cindy, she's made things for her grandkids forever. Guess what they only remember? Yep, they remember these bags. They don't remember much of anything else. She's made them quilts and robes and pajamas and all of those things. And what do they remember? They remember the candy bags. Okay, so now that's it. That's as easy as can be. Now, if you wanted to, you could go back and do a zigzag stitch along the edges so that it just helps reinforce those edges. You could take it to a serger if you wanted to. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to just trim off the my leftovers, my excess zipper, just like that. And now, because I left that open, I have an opening to turn this right side out. Another thing you could do is you could box out the bottoms if you wanted to, but I'm not going to on this one. Okay, I'm just going to turn this right side out. It is pretty hefty because that vinyl kind of likes to stick to each other, but no worries, you got this. We're going to just pull it right through. And I am going to take my favorite little poke out tool, which is the R&K tool, here in just a minute and really get out those edges. But this is so fun. So much fun. This would be a great project for you to do with your kids for sewing. Wouldn't they love that? Okay, this is my little R&K tool here. This has a ball point on here. It's metal. This baby is strong. I'm just going to put it right in there and be able to poke out those corners without poking through, which is kind of nice. And I'm also going to just ride it right along that edge because it's going to help pull those out too. It's going to help pull out my zipper. There we go on that side. That side's done. And now I'm going to do the same thing over here. Push, push, push. that through, ride it right along the edge to pull out those seams. Oh, look how cute! Isn't that fun? And here we go. There it is, my friends. There's the simplest, easiest, most fun little candy pouch you ever did see. Wouldn't the kids love these? So, and again, look at that. It's fully lined. I mean, it just doesn't get any easier. Now, this is a great little tutorial for doing any kind of pouch. You don't have to, obviously, you don't have to do it as a candy pouch. You could get fabric and do the same thing. And now you know how to make a really easy zipper bag. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. I love it. And there's my little zipper. What do you guys think? What do you think? Are you excited to give it a try? Okay, here we go. There we go. My little Starburst pouch. Aren't those cute? They're fun. They're really soft too. I love them. So much fun.